I hardly remember my own name, so
Fantastic.
I'm gonna need some sort of a recap from you guys.
Well, it's great that we didn't actually have a session last time. We played a little past mission that the band went on.
I don't need to know about that.
Exactly. See?
Oh my god!
We can just go right
That is
in.
the most savage thing.
I don't
give a damn about
need
you
to
and
know
your
about
non-session.
True. In
No,
fact, I
no,
don't
no.
want
We
to know.
can
One
discuss
session.
it for the sake of those who weren't there, I suppose. Excuse my lack of patience
This
or
dastardly
candor.
asshole made me hug fucking parsley.
That's true. I did.
So,
I did.
from
get
memory-
that.
Disgust.
Piece of
From
shit.
memory, we stormed the
Mental.
castle.
The castle.
Yeah.
Capital.
The giant tent.
Castle Parsley.
A terrible god.
Yeah, but last session we kind of like went back in time there a little vision into the past and to Rexford's first meeting with the elusive Brim's Parsley, and they had an embrace. They enjoyed each other's company. They parlayed.
Quite an impressive first meeting if it was already an embrace.
Well, first meeting in New Roan, because obviously they knew each other in the Roan of old.
Yo.
And
You could have
as we-
stabbed him in the neck. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
It was-
He
Oh,
wrote
this meeting.
history.
You should have seen him. He swooped
Ah,
in.
Brims,
told
my
all
old
of his
friend.
story.
This is for Probot.
This is what you will do. I've seen Minority Report.
That would be that would have been telling. In a way.
A little bit of metagaming, no harm.
I wonder if there would have been a way for you to kill him then. I mean,
Too
definitely.
late now.
Why? That was my best friend. One of my best friends at that point. Give my life up for that man.
Fair enough.
And you might tonight.
Oh, give up something.
Well, yeah. So welcome back to another Thursday sesh of the Hexagon. I've got my loyal group with me, my infallible party here that couldn't make it last time. Couldn't be bothered to make it last time, which is fine. It's more than fine.
Yeah, he said you
I
guys
wasn't-
Crazy. Look at the time. I'm busy. No.
I didn't cry at all about it actually,
We actually
but
have 2
we're
hours
back
of crying.
tonight. So
You did-
so
It would be on stream.
So 2 weeks ago, I think it is. Time means so little to me in this state. But 2 weeks ago, I believe, we had a session. And I would like to know what happened because my mind is melting. I can feel like if I go to one side here, like my
Yeah, a
brain
little
will
bit
start
around
to
your
cool
ear
around
there,
my
yeah.
ear.
Wow.
Yeah, we stormed the castle.
You stormed
We
the
tried to
castle.
storm the castle.
I didn't know there was a castle.
It was stormed.
Fair
It's
enough.
castle-like.
There you go.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're talking about
It's
the
a tent.
pavilion.
Yeah,
Which
it's the capital of the
more
castle.
like
I just
a-
know that
Castle.
More like a
same.
big top than a castle.
the captain pulled some crazy shenanigans that is unbeknownst to Brobot.
What? What do you mean?
Saying some outrageous things.
Well, I said we tried a
Mhm.
little approach
Yeah.
from all angles, and we got our asses handed to
This
us.
is literally my note. Kumbo slams his weapon into the ground to storm the capital. Oop, he's making demands now! Exclamation point. Nat 20! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Then Brins comes out, and Kumbo says there's no negotiating with terrorists!
You're damn right.
And that Brims is a kidnapper. And then I wrote, oop, the militia's getting a bad rap now. That's my notes on your section.
Amazing.
Q negotiating afterwards too.
Yep.
More than my notes, anyway.
Oh, that's only one section. I got another 2 paragraphs.
Oh, give them to me. Lay them on me, actually.
That's okay. I can read the part about Brobot and the escapade of
I'd
getting to
rather not.
Rexford.
Oh, no.
I don't want to know about that.
No, my one paragraph is prior to, and the other one is after. So I'll give you the after. We're trying to be super stealthy to go and find Rexford. That's Brobot Nora, and we got nat 20s. We eviscerate some minotaurs, big battles, big fighting.
I feel like you wrote it exactly like that. We got nat 20.
She's reading it verbatim for sure.
Yeah.
It literally is nat 20 exclamation point. Aura's blade shoots weird energy slashes, question mark.
Pretty much.
Then he picks up the weird glowing hand. And after we use the portal to cut the hand off.
Tattooed hand, yeah.
Yeah, we find Rexford in the cell. We get Rexford out of the cell. The magistrates and cells are in little anti-magical bubble shits. Paralka's there being like completely tortured with all the other dead cadets around her. We're stressing, and Brobot fails to get through the wall, but Ura has the Minotaur hand and gets through. We save Paralka and need to get out. Rexford full HP and wants revenge, and that's after Brobot drowned him in health potions for a hot period of time.
Waterboarded with health potions.
I appreciate it. Some people have to pay good money for this.
Right after that, my next thing is for Kumbo and Venu is looking for Rexford. ... It's Voto's ? Exclamation point, and Pale Kim ? I don't know who that is.
Oh, I forgot about
Spider
that.
lady.
Hurt. How dare you? How dare you bring Pale Kim into this?
Sorry.
And that's everything. That's all she wrote, and by she I mean me. That's all I wrote.
I mean, that's great. That's dope. That's pretty much.
That you flabbergasted him.
Yeah. So where did we end off with each party?
How'd you do it?
I mean, I know Venu and Kumbo are up
How'd you move it?
top.
Or did
They
you delete it
just
and then buy it
entered.
again?
Sorry?
No, some hoods were revealed.
Yes.
Pale Kim.
Right. Pale Kim,
Photos.
Greasy, Hemlock, Evergreen.
Oh, we met Hemlock also in the
It's true. Last week you also met Hemlock Evergreen. Yeah.
She was leading the Luton, I guess, protest.
Mm-hmm.
For
No, she wasn't leading. She was leading
the negotiations with them.
Yeah, she's basically in charge of the Luton militia. She took over for her father, Bushy Evergreen.
Yeah, but we quelled like a protest. They were against new Ronians working in the workshop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just displaying some of the more difficulties that arrived with having
the mix of cultures.
Yeah, like a million new people just all of a sudden join in the territory. But you can imagine, even in a magical world, could bring up some difficulties.
Trampling over culture.
And Brims used that whole hubbubaloo to sway the population in his way and gave them jobs building the sewers.
It's true, and that took place like 2-3 years ago. So you could just imagine what other kind of influence and general public appeal he's been gaining since then, or attempting to.
Successfully, it seems.
Yeah, with the amount of money he was just throwing around there.
It gave them a month's pay and like extra.
Yeah, and got them to go and work on the sewer system in Sorcerer Springs.
It's crazy.
He's got
and the boys and Shad downstairs. Where did you guys end off? Well, do you remember how we ended off?
So we had freed the magistrates and Paralka.
Mm-hmm.
Albert and Welly were dead, but we're still going to try and bring them back. I think Ura had sent a quick message to Venu and Kumbo to like their passports.
Mhm.
Whether they read it or not is another question, but just saying we got him. Then that was kind of like where we were ending because we were kind of deciding the next steps.
A little kitty has flown the coop.
Perfect. Well, why don't we start right there then? As the magistrates, again, Grimbold and
Scroffled aren't there.
Scroffled are not there. But the two, Peralka and Welly and Al, like you said, were there. The magistrates are helping to carry them and support them. And the rest. So yeah. What's the deal? You guys are basically still in that that prison area.
Yeah.
That the yeah.
Look, can we just get them out? Back to the villa, somewhere safe. Just so they're not here anymore.
That'd be fantastic if we could get to the villa quickly. I think I need a change of clothes. I look down, I'm wearing nothing but like a fashioned like loincloth.
Yeah.
It just comes with...
What is a fashion loincloth?
It's leopard.
It's leopard print on his lion bare nakedness.
It was like a cloak from Scroffled, and he's real tiny, so I can't imagine.
It's kind of wrapped
It's
around.
barely covering anything.
It's only covering the front.
Yeah.
We call that covering. Yes.
Probot's gonna stand really close behind. No kidding. So
Ooh.
You're cold, Probot. Oh.
I'm just trying to make sure that you're covered.
Oh, you're covered.
But yes.
Are you like front to back or back to back? Like
Back to back.
okay, so just cheeks on cheeks.
Cheeks to
actually.
cheeks.
The coldest
Metal
things
cheeks
in
on
Rome
lion
are-
fur cheeks. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, if we could get to the villa quickly, that'd be quite nice. You know,
Believe
Probot's gonna
it's
raise his
freezing.
hand.
I believe we can. Robot.
Do I have to bring everybody here? Are we all going?
At least just bring. Well, if we can get these injured out. Afterwards, we can decide. Well, we can make a plan to get Vanu and Kumbo, but we need to get the injured out.
Is that even possible?
With my
You
new-
don't have that kind of juice.
Out of where?
Robots do.
They.
Rexford, do you not notice a new glow about me?
You've always
Robot's gonna,
glowed.
like- I'm blushing. Stop.
Yes.
Who? Robot got a little.
I got a new haircut. You don't even notice?
A haircut, yeah. Robot is, glowing gold. How dare you not realize? And he can't look at Rexford because he's trying to protect his bum. But I guess he's gonna be like, I have new powers now. I want you to be proud of me.
New
And
power.
he's just gonna,
To what?
yes, to this. And this is so perfect. And he's just gonna open a green portal to Seraphine at home.
Oh
Who-
my goodness!
Wait, it's not even your portal.
My page-
Immediately, Ura's bringing people through, like not even waiting.
Yeah, the magistrates as well are going to follow you through. Pretty much all the ones that aren't in decent shape. The ones who stay behind are obviously you have your guys. Jono and Davis stay. Samson, who is very injured, he goes with the other magistrates who are gone. But in total, you have 7 magistrates who are of
Right, that's right.
fighting caliber who remain behind with you. There's a couple other who are in good shape, but they go to help the wounded.
Fantastic.
Welly, before she steps in the portal,
Well,
she's going to.
dead.
Sorry, not Welly. Peralka is going to kind of like reach out to Brobot and go, "Thank you, thank you so much."
I think I'll grab the bodies to.
Oh, the magistrates have already started to.
Yeah, we brought everyone over.
Yeah.
Oh, even
Make-
though, okay, good.
Make sure they're comfy. I'm sure Venu could do something.
Well,
If not, we have the light bulbs. So
what Ura sees is that you guys open up right in basically Venu's workshop area.
Yeah.
That's where Seraphine is.
Yeah,
in the
I'll
basement.
step through the portal with them too.
Yep.
And show them somewhere comfortable. Probably set them up like by the kitchens. Actually, I have some extra rooms that are vacant. So I'll bring them up to the floor with Baba.
I mean, we also don't want to take too much time, right? So
It's fine. It's
Can't
fine.
we
Make
get
sure
the
they're safe.
just
And
get the
then-
otters to work. The otters are so good. The otters are fantastic.
Oh, right.
The otters kind of like as you come out of the basement of the main room, the otters are there. The otters 3 waiting for you. Kind of all
yes,
up,
boys. Show them the way.
wings licking.
Show them the way over to the tree right there.
Yeah, they split up and they kind of like start to bring them. They bring them to the vacant buildings and everything, like the vacant rooms to hide out in. But I think mostly the magistrates decide to use the
kitchens
dining
again?
hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once everyone's
But they do set up like a perimeter of those that are kind of like not needing immediate injury.
And then I'll send like one of them and be like, make sure to watch the gate in case anyone comes. Set up
try and
a
contact
post.
Lativa as well.
And contact the general. And then I'll tuck away to my office. I'll be like, pop my head through the portal, be like, I'll be but a moment. Rush to my office.
Well, the portal, you already left downstairs.
Yeah, we
the
went through
portal's
the-
downstairs. You don't have time to tuck away.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll.
You're
rush
already
to my
up there.
office.
So just go to your office, basically gather. What are you getting from your office?
I think you know what I'm getting.
Yeah, but paint the scene.
I'm getting. Oh yes, of course. Gravitas.
The audience doesn't know.
I know for sure. I know everything except for what I've forgotten.
Going to get the thing I promised never to wear again. A
Where do you
suit.
pull it out from? Like what is like? I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see you like getting
yeah.
it. And...
It's under. I like step into the office and then like under like the chair of my desk there's like a little rug, and under that there's a little kind of like loose floorboard that I move that leads to a safe that's under that. And I like reach over to the side and grab an old can of hair grease that I promised I'd never touch. And I lay it over to the side again. Put my hand and open the safe. And I pull out my suit from my time working with the Pixinos, little mobster pixie family. And this is a suit not of business, but of danger, of sleuthing, of a slight Splinter Cell nature. An all-black suit that I use for covert ops.
You better believe that thing has a turtleneck.
Yeah, it's a blacker than black turtleneck, tight black slacks that like curl at the leg with like tight like boots, combat boots, black combat boots. And I don't know if my sniper would be there too.
Yeah, it's like collapsible.
Even better. And
That's not the one that Robot has, right? Because Robot's carrying.
No,
It's a different one, much
An
different.
old.
yeah,
Robot, you've never even seen this before.
Gasp!
it's like all black, all like black and like chrome with chrome
This is
inlays.
from a time long before he met you.
Never used it. Never had to. I extend it. And I put on my suit. Fits like a glove. And
It almost fits too well.
Yeah.
take the grease and slick back my hair.
That hair
Once
pomade.
more.
Let's go.
And I think you said the suit does something else too. I think it darkens my fur.
Yeah.
As well. So
Okay.
as I suit up, roll up the sleeves a little, His fur starts turning like onyx black. And then claps the sniper back. You pushed me too far, Parsley. And I rush back to the portal.
Not
I
even
step
getting
through.
Betsy.
As you step through, we'll go back upstairs to the main floor of the pavilion where Ura where Venu and Kumbo are being confronted by the cabal of Brim's Parsley. You will notice a message, Venu, in your suit. It actually kind of appears before your eyes. Nice. The message connected to your thing, so you're able to read it without going and looking at your passport.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Very
and
good.
It just says from Ura, "We got him." From Ura or from Robot? I think it was from Ura. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's Robot. Robot was too busy drowning him.
I'll just sort of like maybe my tail will tap your ankle or something, Kumbo. Just a little.
I'm just gonna turn to you, and
I'm not even looking at I'm still looking at the the table with all the hooded figures revealing themselves. I'm acting like I didn't do anything.
Is there a mirrored image of the text?
No, it's only visible.
On,
I hope not. Awkward.
That'd be hilarious.
You did get a little buzz, so you can check your passport if you want to.
Nah. Whatever that meant, it's all good. So they were just revealing themselves to me. I think that's literally where we ended. I don't think we got to speak to Vodos or
no.
And I'm still angry. So I'll look at Vodos. Explain. What are you doing here?
What's there to explain, dear Kumbo? I'm your commanding officer. You would do well to lay down your arms now and avoid unnecessary bloodshed. We have plans for this city, Kumbo. Plans that will impact all of Vast and perhaps the entire Hex world. You must see that we cannot allow the continued appropriation of this continent, and we can no longer hide. It's been too long. We don't know what's going on.
I take the time that she's talking, and I've done this before where I meditate on an emotion. And so I'm used to having to pull myself out of emotions like extreme anger. And so I just take that time when the pulsing of blood in my ears as I'm super pissed and frustrated and mad starts to turn to the lapping of the waters in my head. Take a final breath, kind of push it down, not completely, but I put the anger at bay. Is there a seat for me to take?
No, there's also no way for you to get up onto the dais where they are.
Right.
Well, there's a way for you to get up, but you're being blocked by guards. But there's stairs that kind of on either side of this raised stage, where the table is and where Brim stays. On a normal day, this is also where people would pay for the stuff that they get on the floor. They would go up here, they would pay, they would speak with Brims, and then they would be let out. But now there's nobody in here. It's just you, and he has this large table set up with these other fine folk being Greasy, Hemlock, Pale Kim, and Vodos.
I'll look at one of the bull men and just say, "Move."
They kind of like look up, then they look back at Brims. Would you be looking to parley with us?
Clearly, I'm not about to try and engage in deathly battle with you here.
Very
Let me
wise.
through. And I'm still like, I say it to this guy, whoever this bull is.
Yeah, you don't know. Just some dude.
Let
He
me
moves aside
through.
and lets you pass. But kind of him and another one flank you, basically, as you walk up the dais. Venu, do you follow or do you stay?
I follow.
Okay. Then another two will be following you.
I want to flourish my glaive just to put it away, but make a motion before I do that, just to see how they act.
I think they have their own glaives, and they flex against them kind of like instinctively as you make that flourish. I assume you make the flourish like as you stand, like get up to the dais, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And so like you would like ascend the last step, you, and they're kind of like behind you on the steps, so there's not much they can do. But then they see you, they like flex. The people at the table don't really react at all. And then yeah, you put your glaive away and you approach them.
Yeah, I put my hand on your shoulder, Kumbo, after you do that, and I go, I look at you in your eye if you glance at me, and I go, a wise decision, Captain. And I'm going to give you my vigilant blessing, which just means you have advantage on the next initiative roll you make.
Amazing.
And I will say, it is through years of your counsel that I know to make these wise decisions, and I'll bless you with just normal bless.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Brims will make a flourish of his own with his hands and says, please, come, take a seat. And two chairs will kind of fly out. One of them, very large, will fly out and kind of like land onto the dais from elsewhere in the pavilion. And they land ready to seat you.
Now here's the thing. Bernier, the man, the myth, the legend. When Brobot appeared, teleported to me, where did he appear?
To your right.
So I want to try and position myself where the right side of my body is as close to Brim's parsley as possible.
So
I was gonna say this is gonna be. I'm happy that we had similar thoughts. Keep going. Sorry.
I'm trying to. So in my idea, in my mind, basically one half of the table is clear. So like it's a long table like this way. Well, I'm trying to like okay, if I put my phone, so it's a long table like this way. The two chairs end up here. This is facing basically the rest of the pavilion and where you guys like entered from. Mm-hmm. So the two chairs that swoop in there. You've got Brims closest to you at the head, Vodos at the other head, and then Hemlock, Greasy Hemlock, and Pale Kim in that order.
So there's a chair that's like reasonably. Obviously, I'm not thinking I'm going to.
You can go closer to him, but basically, like if Brobot was summoned on your right side, generally, you would be between Brobot and Brims.
Okay, because he's on my left then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the only way that, from what I have in my mind of how the table was set up, that you would get close. You could also, but you could get, if you sat on the right, you would be closest to Vodos, basically.
My mind's only on this Brims.
Understood. So you sit next to Brims, and I guess Venu, you'll go to the next seat over.
Yeah, but I sort of like I sit down into it really slowly, and then I kind of want like the suit to stop before I actually like sit in the chair. So I'm like sitting in my suit, but I'm not actually touching the chair at all.
Yeah. Your suit kind of is like at a half sit. You
Yeah,
know,
it like looks like I'm sitting in it, but
You're doing
Yeah.
a wall sit without a wall type of thing.
exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, no problem. As you sit down, Brims fits you with a large smile encompassing the two of you. You know, in the new Roan Order, there's quite the place for men of your talents. And from what I hear from Vodos, a man of your connections. And he looks at you specifically, Kumbo.
What do you mean by this?
Well, you know, for all the people, this hodgepodge that lives together in relative harmony in Rome, I've never met someone quite like you. Of course, this has you wondering, where does he come from? What does it mean? Would you like to go on, or should I?
Please, embarrass yourself.
No reason to be embarrassed. We all have our past, we all have our history. Vodos told me about your home.
I'm just gonna look at Vodos like, what's her face like?
She's got like a smirk on, and she's leaning back. Of course, in the new Roan Order, there would be an excellent position for you as one of our main communicators with the outside world, forging alliances in the name of ending Mal's crusade and campaign against Vast and the rest of the Hex world. For we can't imagine that she'll stop with Vast. We must remember there are other people on this continent other than those who reside within these walls. How Chris and Lativa can abandon them, it's just not right.
You are like a broken clock.
Right twice a day.
Exactly. You speak the truth. You and I are aligned in these ways. There is more than Roan. There is a world to protect. There are more than the people in this room, as you say. And the leadership.
But why
needs
not
to
have the
change.
people in this room have a leg up, right?
The way in which you conduct yourself behind closed doors is despicable. I despise even to think of it. The lying, the thievery, the kidnapping. What I can only assume is likely murder of my friend Rexford, because he is nowhere to be seen, and you all have a little knowing smile on your face.
I will tell you now that Rexford is still amongst the living. And for you to speak of lies, when you clearly have come here to Roan for some purpose, I've known all along that you didn't just come here to research magic. It's quite... I find it quite funny. You are ever so droll, Kumbo.
Interesting.
And at this, you'll notice that Greasy's like kind of like laughing. Come on, Kumbo. You know how it works in the real world. You've been out there. This new Roan we're in, it's a fantasy. This piece is an illusion. and how we conduct ourselves, well, you may not realize it, but we're in a war. And we have been for 10 years. When they took everything from us.
And you have been fighting this war with your parties and your auctions. You are
Keeping
good
morale up in the city.
soldiers. Yes. Through lies, more lies, even as you sit here now, smirking, you lie. You know what you do is wrong, Vodos. The rest of you, there aren't enough brain cells between you to rub together to have a good idea. But Vodos, I know better than this of you. I've been by your brother's side for 10 years. There is no way you are both cut from the same cloth. It's this! And I'm gonna like kick myself out of the chair. Is how you act. And I'm just standing up and I start to like get mad again.
You'll see as you kick yourself up, Hemlock kind of like jumps up onto her chair and unsheaths like 2 candy cane blades.
You'll see I'm like
Sit
white
down.
knuckling the table.
Sit down, Kumbo.
Who's saying is that Greasy?
No, that's
And
sorry, that's Bushy.
Okay,
Bushy.
okay.
Sit down, Kumbo. Less gravel.
Yeah.
Similar intonation, less gravel.
I'll do a quick pivot behind the chair and hold on to it and just like lean on it.
If this guy doesn't like us, if you don't believe in us, then what are you even doing here? Why are you wasting our time? Let's just get down to it.
What is it? Speak.
I mean, let's get down to it. Now, Hemlock. Don't be so overzealous. We can still come out of this with a net positive. You don't agree with all of our methods, Kumbo, I understand, but hell, perhaps you can make us change. Perhaps with your influence, we can do things the right way. I offer you a seat at this table. Lativa, Chris, Gustavo, they must go. Hopefully, Flash Rider, we can get him on our side, but it doesn't seem likely. Eventually, they will need to be deposed, and new people will need to take their place and run the city as it should. Why not you, Kumbo? Why not you and your companions? Who seem to have all the answers, am I right?
What do you think of this proposition, Venu?
I'm sorry, Captain. I wasn't quite listening to his drivel. I recall you were addressing Vodos, not Parsley.
You're right. And what when Parsley decides that you need to be taken care of, Vodos? You hear how he talks about those in charge now? What is to say you don't step out of line or lose your worth to him? Listen to
Brims
what
will
he is
interrupt
willing
again.
to do.
Oh no, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
These are my good friends.
We were friends. Rexford was your friend. This is how you treat your friends. This is how you treat those around you.
For the good of New Roan, of course, you understand.
And New Roan it happens to exist within the bounds of your control, right? For the good of whatever you can have your grubby hands on.
Oh, Kumbo.
While I get my hands dirty with the rest of the world, you sit on your throne at your ornate table. I spit on your table, and then I spit on your table.
As you spit on the
That's the
table, it
greatest note.
sizzles, and the spit doesn't land.
Oh, it's made from the
kind of
the same
enchantment is
stuff.
on this table?
Does it
Enchanted
cover
too,
over the
of course. You understand.
everything.
Listen,
I will lead New Roan with Rexford, and all of you at the table are welcome if you hand him over to Lativa. That is my only proposition that I will accept.
The
Otherwise, we
entire
might as well
table
get down to it.
begins to laugh.
Even voted.
But I would like you all the same to roll me a persuasion check.
Which one's gonna give me a natty?
Is Vodos laughing too?
Votus is not laughing.
Just to give a little extra flair to this, though, I am going to channel divinity. Use my Twilight Sanctuary, so it just creates like a big like field of like darkness around us. It's not like pure darkness; it's dim light. Just to like add some gravitas.
The room kind of like gets dim
as everyone starts laughing.
What did you bless me with? What did that give me again?
It was initiative.
Advantage to initiative.
Right.
Can't believe I remembered that.
That is a laughable roll. What did I do? Persuasion?
As they all continue chuckling.
Fitting.
Yeah, that's wait. I think I could do something. I can crumble a stone for a charisma-based roll to get advantage. As they're laughing, I'll like slam my fist down on the table, and the stone crumbles and sizzles. Okay, not much better. 12.
With a 12, Brims will say, "So you do have lofty goals. I don't see how you intend on disposing of Chris and Lativa all by yourselves, but a man after my own desires, let's say. Man after my own ambitions. Of course, we can't have two leaders of New Rome.
Again, we agree.
And, of course, you must understand that I can't just do away with all the work my friends and I have been doing so religiously and working so hard towards. That's unthinkable, Kumbo. But you, who has, let's be honest, no chance. Well, I only see one way for the two of you to walk out of this, really. Lativa can't save you in here.
We don't need Lativa.
I think you do.
I take one big step towards him.
The guards who came up with you, two of them kind of like went around behind the three across from you, so they're like in your direct line of sight, and the other two flanked him. So those two ones are going to pull out their glaives, kind of like ready them in front of them, and he's also going to stand up as you take a step towards him. Kumo, don't be hasty now.
I'm so ready for initiative.
Like slowly rise out of my seat. Captain.
Position.
Hemlock also never sat down. She's still in her like standing in her chair.
Am I allowed to ask how long this negotiating or lack thereof has been going on?
Pretty much, it's gonna take the amount of time it takes for Rexford to get back, and for all of these magistrates to kind of like figure out what they're doing.
Right, and dramatic entrance is what I'm aiming for.
I understand. I know exactly what you're aiming for.
So I'm ready to Misty Step to get to him and attack him.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh God.
But I don't want to like try and jump the initiative or anything. Like we're clearly
well,
about to
that's-
fight.
If you're going to attack him, you'll basically get a surprise attack.
Nice. My head, I'm like, please show up.
Let me attack and then show up and leave.
So I will. How far is he from me?
He's like 10 feet
Okay, yeah. I'll still Misty Step just to get
to the other side.
kind of around the other dudes.
Around the Minotaur.
And then fuck, I have to really do something good. This makes me get hit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop my freaking wraps, like in the motion of like Misty stepping. I like leave them behind for a split second so they uncoil from my hand, and then they appear uncoiled, and I'm going to hit him with it and then try and grapple him with that same attack.
Perfect.
So summoning the chi involuntarily is a bonus action. And then I'll take.
But isn't Misty Step a bonus action?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll just grapple him then.
Okay.
I'll try. Dirty 20.
Yeah. How do you grapple him? Like, what do you do? You kind of appear behind him, basically, and he's still sitting in the chair.
You know, under the arms, back of the neck.
Like a full Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, what? This is foolish, Kumo. This is very foolish. And then we'll go back downstairs. Rexford, you come back through the portal to the 7 magistrates and Ura and Brobot, who are waiting in the prison. You guys see Rexford's new look.
Yeah. It's coming on in a skin-tight suit. We're going to say, I think the loincloth covered more of you somehow, Rexford.
What is
left
this?
more-
I've never seen this in your
More
closet.
mystery.
Yeah.
Every curve is hugged.
Yes, it's for special occasions.
Is your mane slicked back?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is.
Does that mean you're ready? I'm assuming you both want to have some
Yes.
choice words with Parsley.
All it means is fair is fair. Now we must hurry. No time to dally.
So we're going back.
That's it. Yes.
I did leave the captain slightly angrily last time, to be fair.
I believe we need to go back to the captain now, Robot. You can mend bridges.
Yes.
So, wait, just... your plan had him... Yeah, okay. It'll be fine. I'm sure they're fine, right?
Well, speak your mind. It's all right.
With
I mean,
haste.
I didn't think they were coming for Rexford, so I got angry, and I don't even know what the plan was, because I left before they could explain it.
Quickly, their plan was to cause a scene outside of the Parsley's pavilion, so that I had a chance to go in underneath and take Rexford from a less guarded pavilion. So now they are likely either in front of the pavilion or in the pavilion, trying to stall for time.
Either way,
So I don't know how
it's
that's going.
not a good position to be in. We should make it back to the captain quickly.
Neither of them have answered my message about getting Rexford out.
As long as the magistrates are ready.
So do you have some sort of map to get up to the pavilion? How are we getting there?
Rexford, the same way we got here. Are you okay?
What do you mean?
I can teleport us.
Maybe it's easier to just
Look
show
at my
them.
portal, my green portal.
To Kumbo?
I brought us home.
Yes,
I
just
green
thought
portal
you
to Sarah.
were
Look at my...
homesick or something. Anyway,
was
you
indeed
have to
homesick.
explain this all
Just
later.
show him and it'd be easier.
Long story short, you have a new look. I have a new look. We could both do cool
You look
things,
quite
and it's
suave.
time to display such cool things.
I'm going to mention to one of the magistrates, try and contact Lativa. Let her know what's happened. We're going back for Kumbo and Vanu.
Our communication with the Archmage's Academy has been cut off here, sir.
Even from
We've told the others who
Tranquil
are
Grove.
We've told the others who are in the Grove, but that portal's closed now once Rexford came back in. So your contact with those magistrates are gone, but they told them...
I mean, like, before we left the Grove,
Yeah.
I wanted to mention to one of them that are staying at the
Yeah.
Grove to contact Lativa.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, because, like, without...
Wait, didn't Roebuck get Lativa's number?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Technically, you
Got
did.
that number, you know?
Hey.
Yeah, she wanted me to... So, Robot will... I don't know if it works this way on passports, but important message, red receipt, SOS, red...
Outlook, fantastic.
Yeah.
High importance. All right. Yes.
When you message her, it doesn't... If you're going to wait, are you going to wait to get an answer?
No.
No, I think it's... Yeah, like the moment, or he says that, she's like, oh, let me just send this off real quick, and then that's it.
You send it, and then 3 bubbles appear immediately. And then it says, stall for time, we're coming.
Okay. Robot would be like, I think his little arm up and just be like, Lativa says to stall for time. Should we wait, or should we make a grand entrance?
I think we need to get there in case it's going badly for them. For all we know, they might be being carted to the dungeons as we speak.
Enough said, and just immediately, just like, that's the portal. That's the portal cue.
Perfect. So let's have everybody roll initiative.
Damn. Initiative?
And I will roll so much.
You know, you can just make less enemies.
I wish I could, but I also give you guys way too many magical weapons. So
That's also fair.
Siege, you get 6 number HP.
Does Aura's aura go to initiative?
6.
No, it's only saving throws, unfortunately.
Okay. I rolled
give me your initiatives first.
I just rolled and I forgot.
15, but I feel like we should get a surprise because, you know.
I understand that you feel that way.
18.
I mean, they don't know that I can port to him.
You don't know whether they know that or not, actually.
I would be impressed if they knew. Who's stalking Robot now? Get my gears out of your life!
This is amazing.
Actually, we don't even know if we can portal into that part of the pavilion.
Don't jinx it.
Brobot, you have a boon. And
You do. So you can reroll if you wish. Or you can save it for the fight. Or whatever comes
Yeah, I
next.
feel like
What
this
did
is
you
a
get?
good time to stay with the fight.
Kumbo?
17.
Okay, beautiful. Vanu?
18.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. What about Rexford?
5.
Okay. Ura?
Hot 6.
All right. What's your dex modifier with the 6?
+4.
Okay.
Only good at a couple things, my boy.
Okay. So. Give me 3 shakes.
I mean, It is 8:30. Should we take a quick bio break and let
We should actually. We should. Because
5
thank you for
minutes
reminding
to,
me.
get that sorted?
And I'll
That's
do this.
brilliant
I'll do
time.
this. I'll do all of this while we're doing that.
Genius.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
I need to
timing.
strip to him sweating like a pig in heat.
Ooh, maybe I'll stay on for that.
We want more
All right, well,
viewers.
thanks
Let's,
for watching. We'll be back
that up.
after this bio break. You're trash.